Hello, New Yellow guys. This is Arco Blue Jay, and today I want to discuss on how I feel about playing Mario Kart World at the Nintendo Switch 2 experience, but also address a few things on my knockout video that needs to be discussed a little bit. But before we get to that, I need to take the moment and say huge thank you for the 300 subs. That's right, 300. It may not sound big, but to me, it's big, and that's a great milestone to hit for me because I didn't think I was going to reach that high ever. And for all the support I've gotten, it left me speechless. And it's hard to say anything. But to add it to that, the incredible response I've gotten on the last two videos, you guys really enjoyed my gameplay. And I'm very thankful for that because I'm not too pro in Mario Kart, really. I'm not really in that competitive side of the game. I wanted to, but I think I'm kind of a little too late for that now, especially with Mario Kart World coming out soon. But, with my casual game skills I have in this game, I'm really glad you guys really enjoyed it. So, again, huge thank you for the 300 subs and the incredible response I've gotten on my last two videos. So, one more time, huge thank you. Alright, now let me address a few things from my knockout video. The first one's going to be about the new tricks and why I didn't take advantage of them. This may sound stupid for the first one. Charge jumping. Okay, so I wasn't really aware on how to do it, but from the Nintendo Direct that we recently got, apparently you just have to press and hold the drift button while you're driving straight, and that will activate it, which is the most easiest thing you can do in the game, and I did not do that, and I feel very dumb about it. But also, I could have learned how to do it while free roaming, waiting for our cup rally to be chosen, because in the waiting room you can actually free roam, unlike Mario Kart where you just in the your maze and you're on top of the earth, right? Online, right? No, with this game you can just drive to whatever you want while waiting. And this also goes for the rails as well. I only did it once on the Mario Bros. Circuit portion of the race, but I wasn't too confident on doing it yet because, if you could tell from the video, I was too focused on trying to get first place and I didn't want to mess myself up. And of course, this also goes for the wall riding, and I don't think there was really much walls to do it. Only the Mario Bros. Circuit I know for sure, but the rest of the race, I don't think there was really any walls. I could be wrong again. You can correct me if you guys want. But yeah, the charge jump, I was just too dumb not to learn it because it's the most easiest thing you can do. And the wall riding and the rails tricks, I wasn't really too confident on it. But of course, when the game comes out, I'm gonna practice learning it. So there's that. The game. The one I played were demo versions of the game, obviously, because it's the Switch 2 experience event, right? It was stuck on 100cc. We couldn't really change it at all. And also, we can't turn off smart steering, obviously, because, they want to, make it casual for every person that's on the event, right? So, we couldn't change that at all. 100cc didn't feel too bad, really, if I'm honest with you. But yeah. And, you know what? The blue shell incident. That's right, the blue shell. From what I've learned from playing the mode, it seems like you should not be on first place most of the time, because you will get hit from a lot of blue shells. Now, from what I've seen from other people's gameplays or point of views, they didn't seem like they got a lot, but I'm not sure. It's probably just my experience with the game. But from what I'm learning, I think it's best not to stay on first place on that mode. Avoid it at all times, except once you reach to the final 2 laps. That's when you want to get to first place. But really, other than that, I guess that's all I need to address. Now let's discuss on how I feel about the game. First, the gameplay. From my experience, it felt really, really good. I'm about to say I am one of those people who's been dying for a new entry for a while ever since we got the Switch 1. Which, obviously we didn't at all, and instead got 2 Mario Kart games. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Mario Kart Home Circuit. That was a weird one. Never got into that one, unfortunately. But Mario Kart Deluxe, of course, you know, don't get me wrong, I love the game still. You know, we got the Mr. Course Pass out of nowhere with, you know, so many good retro tracks, and of course, Mario Kart Tour tracks. That's right, that game. I'm mentioning it. But other than that, the game felt really nice. The controls were really good. I think there's only one thing I really need to mention is that the drifting feels different. I'm not sure if that's just me, but when I played the game and I started drifting, it felt really different. And I don't know if everyone has the same feeling as well, but to me, the drifting feels different. But I mean, overall, the game feels nice. The controls are not clunky or anything like that. The game felt really good. Now the game modes, Grand Prix and Knockout Tour. This is from my experience. Grand Prix. I still felt like it was a really fun game. But unfortunately, the demo version that we played, it seems like we only did the, going through the intermission part and then just one lap on the second track. We didn't get the chance to play a full Grand Prix race, so which kind of really sucked at the demo event. But again, it's a demo event. But in the actual Grand Prix, you do race on the first track 3 laps, and then you go through the intermission part, and then you go to the next track. Which, you know, I'm a little bummed out that's 1 lap only. I kind of wish they did at least 2. But that's just my opinion. And, you know, Grand Prix overall was really fun. I kind of wish I get to experience the whole thing at the experience event. Knockout Tour. Oh my god, this game mode was really fun. You could probably tell from the gameplay I uploaded, I really enjoyed the game a lot. The game mode a lot. And trying to stick to first place was really, really tough. Especially when, you know, I mentioned that earlier that I got hit by mini blue shells 5 times. There is a 6th one, but I hit the another player in front of me. I think it was the Mario player. But this game mode, holy, to me, it felt pretty chaotic. I know people felt a little worried about how the intermission parts were going to be boring, but to me, it did not feel that way at all. And, you know, the people that I was playing against were also pretty good, so it really depends. But overall, I really enjoyed Knockout Tour a lot, and I'm looking forward to play that mode online. I felt like the tracks they have chosen for this game were really, really good. And from my experience, I really love the tracks. Yeah, I didn't get to play much of them on my time at the experience event, but during the Grand Prix, the tracks I raced so far from the mode were actually tracks I really enjoyed the most. It was cool, nice to see Dino Jungle back from Mario Kart Double Dash, and then I believe it played this like Rosalina snow map, which is really cool. And then I think the other one was I'm trying to remember what was the other one. It was like I think it was called Savannah something Pathway or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember most of these tracks, but from the Grand Prix mode, they are really good tracks. And of course, we have the knockout one, which, you know, I went first through DS Desert Hills, and then I guess some part of Moo Moo Meadows in that section, and then to Mario Circuit, which is all Mario Circuits combined in one, which is really awesome, and I really liked it. And then of course we make it to the jungle one, which I also forgot the names. I'm a fake fan. But yeah, the tracks that I played so far are really good. You know, also the retro courses they selected so far are really good as well. I did wish they brought back Sunshine Airport because I feel like that would have made more sense. Because, you know, they're coming from another place to this island, you know, like that. And, you know, you can have all the racers go through the track because I'm actually one of those people who love Sunshine Airport. Or maybe Super Bell Subway. That also makes sense. But, you know, of course, they didn't add that, unfortunately. So we didn't really get to race those tracks. But, you know, overall, in general, these tracks were amazing. And I really loved them. The characters. Oh my god. There is a ton in this game. Nintendo just went all out for some reason. Like, they didn't care who gets to be in the game. We got a freaking skeleton fish. A dolphin. Freaking cow. Cow of all characters. The Moo Moo Meadows cow. Holy mackerel. How do we get this far? And there's more. Like, The Piranha, which, you know, weird that they added that, but not PD Piranha, which is interesting. She might be in the game. I don't know. Um, it is a chaotic character roster, and you know, to be honest, I'm all for it. Like, I really loved it. Like, this is the most craziest thing Nintendo done. Unfortunately, of course, you know, we didn't get Kamek. He became an item for some reason, which, you know, really sucked. Like, damn, he was playable Marker 8, and now they just put him back as a non-playable character. Which, speaking of characters, the character selection screen I do want to talk about. That, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the selection screen because they, for some reason, made the costumes, which, you know, you can get from these lunch bags from these, you know, restaurants called Yoshi's. Nice name, I love it. I because, you know, I love Yoshi's too. But you can get it, and you know, you're granted a costume for depending which food you get it from or what area. But for some reason, Nintendo liked the idea of making them separate and not all in one. Like how they did with the colored Yoshis or the Shy Guys, which is weird. Like, I don't know why they can't do that with the costumes. And there was a sort button from I seen from another gameplay, but of course they didn't show off what that does, so we don't know if that's gonna fix everything. But I mean, hopefully it does. But yeah, the character size I'm not a huge fan of, but the characters we got in the roster, I am a huge fan of. Now, the way how the game looks from the power of the Switch 2, I think it looks fantastic. Especially the visuals. Like, the characters. They have a lot more expressions ever before from a Mario Kart game. Because if I'm honest, they look amazing. And I love how, you know, I think they're sticking with this art style they have from Nintendo when they draw the Mario characters. I really love that art style, by the way. And I'm glad they took that and made it into 3D for Mario Kart World. They also did it for the new Donkey Kong game as well. And also Super Mario Bros. Wonder, which I would recommend that game. Like, I want you all to play. It's a great game. It's a fresh start from the Mario Bros. Series, especially. But yeah, the game visuals and all that, how the tracks look, the atmosphere look amazing. And I think, I'm not sure if I was playing it in 4K. I believe I was on the event. But with the 4K look on it, oh my god, it looks amazing. Also, I want to mention that the card selection is very different from, you know, Mario Kart 8 and 7. Because 7 and 8 introduced the whole, you know, customize your cards. Wheels, gliders, cart. That's not in this game anymore. Which, you know, if I'm honest, is not a huge bother to me. I don't mind going back to that traditional way before 7 era, basically. I really like it. All I care about is make sure my cart, the pipe frame, which I'm using in this gameplay, is in the game, which it is confirmed, which, you know, I'm very glad it is because I really love that card so much. It's my favorite card. I know it's a standard card ever since Super Mario Kart, and it's always going to be my main card in every Mario Kart game if it's there. My overall experience with Mario Kart World at the Nintendo Switch 2 event, I honestly really enjoyed it, and I'm really looking forward to playing this game when the game releases alongside with the Switch 2, which I'm obviously going to get. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, the $80. Oh boy, okay, yeah, $80 for Mario Kart World. What do I think? I think it's pricey, and I'm still not sure why Nintendo wanted to price it that way. But again, this is what the game's going to cost, unfortunately. Honestly, I'm going to still go with the Mario Kart 8 bundle because we do save $30 from that. So basically, you're spending $50 for Mario Kart World if you get the bundle instead. Which, you know, it's better than just buying the Switch and then the game separately. Because you will spend a lot more with the game, with the Switch alone, and then separate with the game. So, honestly, game is not worth $80 still. But I would prefer getting the bundle, if I'm honest. With that out of the way, I want to say thank you guys for watching so much. Make sure you like and subscribe. I am still looking forward to the game very heavily on June 5th because that's all I'm going to be playing. And also make content for that game. And also hope to get into the competitive side of that game. I'm not sure it's going to work for me, but hopefully it works out great. So, other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you have a good day.